Hi everyone, welcome back to Trees and Turtles. My name's Imogen, and in today's video I am sharing how you can develop as a person and become a better version of yourself. If you're not already subscribed, make sure to do that, give this video a big thumbs up, follow me on Instagram, and let's get started. Alright, my number one tip is to know what you want. You do not want to be the person who drifts through life and then ends up being 80 or however old you expect to be, and you're looking back on your life and you realise you achieved nothing because you had no purpose and you had no goals. Okay, so you don't want to be that person, and a lot of people have like midlife crises where they're thinking, oh, I've done nothing with my life. Usually that's not true, but it also reflects a sort of wider drive to actually have a purpose. So you need to know what you want, and my top tip to accomplish this is to just try a load of stuff, okay? So experiment with studying different things, experiment with, I don't know, trying different hobbies, and even if you don't like the things that you've tried, it will give you information about what you might want in the future. Okay, so try lots of different things and figure out what you want, because it is important to have a purpose in life. Alright, number two, reflect consistently and constantly. These are two different things. If you're reflecting consistently, that means you're reflecting on a sort of a regular basis, you're like keeping up with reflecting. If you're reflecting constantly, you're doing it all the time. And if you're doing both, then you are an Olympic athlete in the art of self-reflection. Alright, so if you are good at self-reflection, then you'll be noticing patterns in your life, patterns in your behaviour, you'll be noticing like mistakes, successes, and all of that can be used to inform like your future actions. Alright, that kind of neatly leads into point number three, which is to learn all the time. You should always be seeking more learning. Alright, so if you're learning all the time, then you're always like bringing new information to yourself, and that's really, really important. In fact, it can help you figure out your purpose. So you could like read books, you could watch documentaries, you can take a course. I'm currently at university, but that's not the only route. So always seek more learning, always maintain a curious mindset. Number four, always be doing something and use your time intentionally. Now, when I say always be doing something, I don't mean like burn yourself out. I don't mean like you must be productive every single minute of the day or I will judge you. No, that's not what I mean. What I mean is, if you're resting, rest intentionally. If you're scrolling, you better have scheduled that time, okay? And all of your time should be used intentionally. Don't let time just pass you by, okay? You should be working towards something, and it's absolutely fine to rest along the way, and it's absolutely fine to watch trash TV and like eat junk food, as long as you're like aware of it and you're intentional about it. You get what I'm saying? Okay. Actually, that links me quite well to point five, which is self-care and healthy habits. Now, I always say this in my videos, but hear me out. If you're sick, you can't work at your best, okay? Like, whenever I am sick, like I'm in bed, I've got like a stomach bug or I've got a really bad cold and I just cannot work, it is so frustrating, because I'm the kind of person, you may have noticed, who likes to be doing something all the time. And when I have to lie in bed and recover, I am pissed off, right? Like, I'm lying there and I'm like, grr, I want to be productive. I want to like pick up my laptop and do stuff, okay? And sometimes I end up doing that, and it's probably not good for me because I need to recover faster. So I always try and make an effort to just put my full effort into recovery, but even so, I try and maintain my self-care, because if I'm not maintaining my self-care, then I'm going to get sick more often, and then I'm going to be pissed off that I can't work. So I recommend you do the same. Right, next point, develop intentional and high-quality relationships and improve your communication. Now, it is said sometimes, in fact often, that you are the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time around. So I think you would want to make sure that those relationships are high quality, whether they're friends, family, a romantic partner. Anybody that is in your life and is really close to you, they should be building you up, they should be pushing you onwards to be your best self. And if you're surrounding yourself with people who are ambitious, they're positive, they're bringing good energy into your life, then you're likely to be successful. But if you're surrounding yourself with people who tear you down, who hold you back, who are horrible to you, then that's a lot of negative energy you don't want to be bringing into your life, okay? So readjust your relationships. If you think that your relationships have the potential to be better, then communicate, okay? Because people can't improve if you don't tell them what you need them to improve on, right? But if you've communicated and stuff isn't getting better, in the bin, okay? We do not have time for that here. All right, I love this next tip. Allow yourself to be bored. Work can suck, all right? It's not always fun, right? Do you think I liked getting up at 5 AM every day during sixth form? No, okay? Like, would I rather have been sleeping? Yes. I mean, to be honest, like, I'm kind of a nerd, and the maths I did in those early mornings was quite fun, but most of the time it sucked, okay? And it was fine because I learned to sort of embrace that. All right, so if you can face this, you will get ahead. People who need constant stimulation are going to get distracted. They're going to be scrolling while you're working because you have learned how to be bored, and that in turn brings your brain into a state of deep focus. So allow yourself to be bored and practice being bored. I know it sucks, okay? I'm not saying this is a popular tip, I'm just saying it works. Right, be adaptable and flexible. Learn to use failures as learning points and reframe your disasters. Okay, so I've had a lot of failures in my productivity journey. Okay, for example, I was famously, well, I don't know famously, but I was rejected from Oxford, okay? And I'd worked really hard and I had the grades, and for some reason I didn't get a place and it sucked and I cried over it and I was just like, this is terrible. But then I ended up going to Durham, so happy ending, right? But anyway, the point is, you need to be adaptable and flexible. If I've said, when I got rejected from Oxford, if I'd said, ugh, nothing is worth it anymore, I'm not even going to university, then I would have missed out on this opportunity, right? And I would have missed out on this, like, amazing degree. So that would have been terrible. So the moral of the story is, be adaptable and flexible, and if you fail, then ask for feedback. Alright, which brings me neatly to my next point, seek feedback. Alright, you need to actively seek feedback from others and use it as a tool for self-improvement. Constructive criticism can provide valuable insights into areas where you can grow. Don't necessarily take it as someone being mean to you, although if someone's being mean to you, they should stop. But actively seek, like, positive feedback. It's like, yes, you did this well, and if you improve, you could do this better. Okay? So, that kind of stuff. Read your assignment feedback, because I promise your tutors are trying to help you. I don't like reading it. Like, yeah, I don't like reading it, but I read it. So, okay. Alright, develop emotional intelligence. So understand and manage your emotions effectively. Understand what your emotional reactions are in different situations, and also try and understand the emotions of others. And this will also help you build strong interpersonal relationships. It can be quite difficult. To some extent, emotional intelligence is innate, but it can also be learned. Like, I have had to learn a lot about emotional intelligence because, yeah, that didn't come very naturally to me as a teenager. So I'm still learning. But anyway, the point is, interact with people as much as you can. Just see what their, like, inner worlds are like. And, yeah, try and understand what they're feeling. Alright, maintain a positive mindset. Cultivate a positive outlook on life. If you are an optimistic person, you will look for solutions. If you're a negative person, you'll look for problems, okay? And if you're actively searching for solutions, then you're in a solution-oriented mindset, and then you will be able to solve your own problems better and make more progress. Okay, on the other hand, like, being negative can guard you against disappointment, but do you really want to live your whole life like that? No, you don't, right? Okay. Alright, so financial literacy is really, really important, okay? Something I realised in my late teens, early 20s, is that, like, almost every goal you can accomplish, like, it is made easier if, like, you're financially stable, okay? So, educate yourself about personal finance. Like, I'm not expecting you to be a millionaire tomorrow. Like, that is not realistic for any of us, except, I don't know if you've got a trust fund. But, like, the point is, knowledge is power, okay? So, read about how to budget, how to save, how to invest, okay? The more knowledge you have, the more stable you're likely to be, okay? And you can start really small, okay? Like, some of my savings pots have been started with, like, 10 quid, okay? It doesn't have to be huge, and it doesn't have to be, like, a big scary thing. But developing those habits early on can be really beneficial, like, down the line. Celebrate your achievements. So acknowledge and celebrate your achievements and your milestones. That will give you a little boost of, like, happy chemicals in your brain, dopamine, serotonin, and that will help you keep motivated to keep going. I have 3 more for you. Read more. I have talked about this in the constant learning point earlier in the video, but read, okay? I've already read more than 10 books this year, and it is only January. So I actually have a video on speed reading. If you want to check that out, go check it out. But read more. Even if you only read, like, a couple books a year, like, if that's an improvement on where you are now, fantastic, I support it. Go get those books, okay? Create something. You should be creative. If you're just consuming stuff passively, then you're not really using your brain to its full capacity. So create something. It doesn't have to be a YouTube video. You could write something, you could build something, paint something, draw something. I don't know, like, make a snowman, okay? Just be creative. Alright, and my final tip for you that I have today is be more intentional. This is kind of circling back to the same thing that I said at the start of the video about knowing what you want, but being intentional with your time, intentional with your goals, and intentional with your life can really pay off, because in the end, you end up somewhere not by chance, but by intention. And you really feel in control of where you want to be. Alright, that's all the tips I have for this video about how you can develop as a person. If you're not already subscribed, make sure to do that, give this video a big thumbs up, follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you guys next time. Okay, bye!